Welcome everyone, welcome. Hello, hello. My name is Katie. I don't say that often enough. And if you're new around here, I often forget to bring things to the table here to have everything that I need. I did put some things behind me, so I might not need to run across the room. But that's kind of a thing, you know, my ADHD sometimes isn't all there. That's just it's a feature. It's a feature. I will call it that. We are planning from February 17th through the 23rd. I can't believe we're mid-February already, going into the end. It's going to be very fast. Yeah, and then after Sunday here, it's just a couple more days, and February is done. Whew. I mean, it is. Yeah, Monday through Friday next week. And then the 1st is Saturday. It's quick. February is always really quick. And it's a lot right now. And I just want to say again, I'm proud of you for making it through another week. Honestly, I am proud of myself for being here. I have been keeping informed when I can. And also watching things that really give me a sense of place and time, or maybe distance me from time. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing. I am watching a lot of, as I mentioned last week, I have talked about some of this already, of like watching science-based stuff, nature, and it really kind of solidifies what things are timeless and what things aren't. And that is helping me the most right now. What is pertinent and what is stable, because there's a lot of unstable things. So I am going to be using this really cute, I know I haven't used it in this book yet. I can't even remember if I've used this tape before, but this is my little axolotl washi tape, and the many, many smiles on here are what I want to bring into my week here. And I chose some of these to match. The purple is, so I have 291, which is super light, so I'm going to use this to highlight. The purple's really light. This pink is a whole lot more bright. But it was hard to tell between the purple and the pink here to see kind of what would match. I mean, I know this looks pink, but there's a little tinge, right? There's a little tinge of, well, if you can kind of see, they're little, I don't even know what those are called. I don't know axolotls well enough, but the little parts that stick out are much brighter pink, and they're a little bit more kind of pinky purple. So we're going to just go with that. I needed like a change up in colors because the last couple weeks kind of blended together. They were kind of all browns, and while I love these colors, I need something different. And I'm going to use some of these because I thought they were cute. And I'll bring this out. But I'll start with highlighting. And I think what I'll do is I'll highlight purple in some of the major areas, and then maybe use the pink in others. So we'll see. We'll see. Or the blue. I guess the blue. Let's see. What do I want to do? I mean, I picked the colors, but now I need to like make sure I know where I'm putting them. How is everyone? Really, really, how are you? I would love to hear. I am turning on the thing that makes my screen stay on. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Just so that I can use my computer as a monitor so I can see it. But sometimes it goes to sleep, and that's why it just takes me a moment to turn that on. Anyway, so I did do a live last week, and my mic did not work very well. Sometimes I've been having some problems, so I do
I was on a different computer when I was doing lives in December. I upgraded, and so now I reset everything back up, and while it looked like my mic was working, it was not. So I thank everyone who was helping me get that all set up correctly. Here's where I think I want to do the purple on the bottom. So, or do I want to do blue? No, I kind of want to do these. It may be that I do it one way on this spread and then a different way on the next one. Yeah, see, that's a lot more subtle. I like that though. Wait, I really like that. Let me see. Because I loved how I did like this little highlight. I'm trying to replicate that, but with different colors here. So let me see. Anyway, just thank you, thank you, thank you. It's kind of a tone on tone is what I'm trying to do here to kind of make it similar. Let's see if I can fill this in a little bit without too much overlap. But I'm learning. I have to use a different browser to do the lives. I usually have to use Firefox because I don't like to use Chrome. Because it just uses so much memory. Ooh, it squeaks so much. There we go. And trying to see how this will look. See, now the bottom of this looks like really wavy, and I don't know if I like that. Maybe I need to fill it in a little bit more. It's gonna start doubling up. And maybe that's just what I do. Squeak. Just kind of make it more bright. That's the thing with Tombows is that, you know, they layer. It's a little bit more straight. But yeah, it's the color itself is darker, so it okay, let's put some of this down so it'll start to make more sense. Actually, I think I'll do the purple highlight though on the bottom. Anyway, yeah, this this line is a little bit off down here. Yeah, this whole page got a little crooked when it got printed. I'm amazed how many planners come out so perfect. Like, honestly, I expect this kind of stuff just because machines cause problems. And you have to be like really on it to make sure that they run perfectly. But maybe things, I used to do like print work many years ago, and it always caused me a lot of anxiety because it was so permanent. You could, you know, have so many mistakes, and that is why I went digital with things, because if you see a mistake on a website, you can just change it. Or, you know, even in social media, you can be like, oh, I'll take that post down or something. With YouTube, I mean, it is where if there is something, you'll have to take down the whole video, but at least you can do that and then put it back up. So I need these stickers here. Let's see. Oh, and I do have some very light, these light purple. They say linen, but they are like a light purple, because these aren't going to work. So, oh, I need my tweezers. So far, I haven't had to leave my desk. I'm doing good. And that's what I've kind of been like, my mantra of just
You know, the things that I'm telling myself, oh, look, you know, you took care of your body today. You did a lot of, like, you got a shower, you brushed your teeth, you got these things done. You cleaned the bathroom today. Like, those things I am really celebrating right now, because it just, my brain feels like it's an overload. And so just to cover the basics, sometimes that's all you can do. And so really, I'm like definitely cheering myself to say, good job. Yeah, these are definitely, it's harder to keep these straight. Like when they're light highlights, you can, that's pretty much what it looks like. It's just so faint that you don't notice all the details. But you can kind of cover them up a little bit by doing that, putting stickers on top of them. Done with that one. Let's see. Oh, I already have one here. Okay. I don't think I'll use that. What do I use here? Oh, use that one. To do, I still kind of like lining these up on top of one another. I did one time just kind of split this in half. It's almost split in half there because of my highlight, but I think I'm gonna do it this way this week. And then I can put any, I haven't had many packages coming at all. I think for the past week I haven't had anything. These I think I'll use on the next page. So the question is, do I want to put some blue? I'm going to try some blue. So like to highlight here. Yeah, I like how it does match pretty well. And then I think I'll highlight the bottom here. Kind of blend it a little bit. And yeah, I mean, that blue matches pretty well. It's never going to be exact, but I do like how that kind of extends over. But does it look weird that this blue goes part of the way? Do I want to just fill that all in? Do I just want to put washi tape over all of it? Yeah, now it's feeling a little awkward. Okay. I think I need to, this is going to be hard, but I'm going to try to extend this out. Why? I don't know. I'm trying something new. It's kind of, I don't know. I feel like this is weird for stopping there, but maybe I'll regret it. Or maybe I'm just not going to use this spread too much this next, and then I got all smudgy. This next week. I think I'll let that dry and maybe try drying that again. A little bit of chaos sometimes. This looks a little like the ocean. Maybe this is the beach part and this is where they're swimming. I don't know. I'm trying to make a little story. So let's try this a little different for this part. I'm wondering, I do like that. I'm going to try to just limit it to the one pass because I don't like quite how dark this is. It's fine here. But, let's see. So I'll use, decisions. And that's where I'm also trying to focus some of my decisions is like, can I focus on decisions that are creative? Can I save my energy for creative things, for creation things. So creation and creativity can be the same thing, but I'm also thinking like when you start something that you haven't done before, that can take a lot of energy. Whether it's a new habit, practicing a new skill, searching for new information, just anything like that. Talking to somebody new, trying a new class. I don't know. Just anything that initiates, because that can be some of the hardest parts of doing something, is just getting started, right? And that's the initiation part of it. That's that, like, what can I do to launch this? What can I do to move forward? And it's just like, you know, getting a train started. It takes a lot of energy, but once it's going, there's a lot of momentum behind it because there's a lot of weight and meaning. I'm trying to mix my metaphors a little bit. Anything that's just like needs energy to get it rolling, it's going to take a lot. But it doesn't mean it has to start up at super speed either. It can be something that gradually builds up, and that it may take a team to put together. I'm not going to have this go across the gutter part here. Let's see. There we go. Okay, these little axolotls are making me very happy. Very happy. Now we shall use these and dots, and I think I'll put all of these, I might put a sparkle somewhere. There's a part for this week. I have not been using this column over here at all, and I could put a little one over here. I like having this space blank here. And I've been really enjoying that, like right here, just having this whole space, like where I don't have to visually cue into, I can look at this as a schedule and then go over here and look for my lists. That really makes a lot of sense to me. So I was just thinking, I don't like to put this week on here. It just doesn't feel right. But then I thought, well, it does kind of fit in this little area, but I don't really want to. I like having extra space, I guess. So we're going to put these on top. So can I now do the purple very gently underneath? Okay, that went really well. Let's try it again over here. A little separated there. Yep, that's how that will look. And then I will take these, put them on top. Kind of, let's see, do I want those a little lower? Or maybe we'll just keep them up there.
Yeah, that's fine. Whew. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Oop, that's just a little tipped. Cool. Okay. Now, I definitely want to use these. And I forgot to put the temperatures last week. So I did that like right after I was done, but I'll try to remember them this time. And we have 2 no school days, and I got my son in for a, we want to do blue here. A dental appointment on his day off. I know he's gonna love it, but it's better to try to do it on days off so he doesn't lose too much. So here or here, we'll see when the after school club is meeting. Okay. We had some more snow on Friday. Ooh, that's working. Okay. And thought that maybe school would be a little late since it was freezing, but the snow was so cold that it was just dusty. So there wasn't much ice because it had been dry up until then. I think we'll do that just in case. And now I'm going to use these, and we're going to put that here. Tuesday night. Put that there. It's very subtle here. I also, let's see, let's do it at 10. I also, got a second flu booster. It's not labeled booster, but just a second flu shot because I got the first one before I got my meds, but this flu season is lingering and getting worse right now. And so we're going to be doing some traveling, and I wanted to make sure, because we really don't leave the house too much, that my immunity was up for those. So if you're immunocompromised, it can be a good thing to get like a second flu dose. We got ours early, like the very, very end, like August 30th. So it was before the new school year had started, which was great, but it also is many, many months later. And so I got that on Friday, and definitely the next day I felt like foggy. I didn't feel achy, although I had like 1 Tylenol the day I got it, and then 1 Tylenol the next day, I think. No, just that night to help me sleep. But just a little foggy. Yeah, I'm hoping it's worth it. It's not going to prevent everything, but at least it's going to help give a little boost. So there is recycling here that was not picked up. I got mixed up here. Recycling. And then Smith Brothers, which is our delivery service. Yeah, so let's do what I have been forgetting sometimes, which is go down here to the weather. Oh, that's January. I need February. And we're starting with the 17th. Okay. So I think I'll put it just really close here on the bottom. And tip that up a little like this. Okay. We definitely have warm weather moving in. We were in Fahrenheit. We were like 35, 25. We were definitely below freezing for many days. But just warming up during the day. Sometimes reaching 40. But right now we are at 50, 41, which is definitely much more our norm around here. Although 50 is kind of high. 51, 42, 47, 45. Lots of rain. Looks like mostly rain. So I'm on the 20th. 49, 45. Ooh, 53. When you're kind of getting close to 60 around here, like that's like spring. That's like we're ready for spring. Saturday, 54, 53 overnight. 53 overnight. What is that? See, and then 56. 52. Oh my goodness. Like, and on the 24th, the day after this, is sunny and 59, 46. That is really high. And then it stays in the 50s. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, very interesting. So all of that is pretty much rain. When we get straight rain, we get like a blanket on us, and it really I'm just going to like 19th. Oh, I'm getting these mixed up. And that's not being helpful. I'm not going to worry about that part. I just need the temps. That's the main thing. But that's interesting. Well, we'll see. We'll see what actually happens. I was going to put the this week on here. See, I'm finding myself thinking a little clearer. I actually just got almost done with our taxes. There are some typical delays this year with, I don't like how close that is. Let's see if I can pick that up. I mean, this all is kind of close up here, but let's see. Is this just stuck? It's just stuck. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. Anyway, let me see my space here. Now I can see where I am on the page. Yeah, I just got taxes done, or I'm about to submit them, but some financial statements, especially if you have investments and things, aren't ready until mid-February. I'm still waiting for something to come out February 18th. Why that late, I don't know. But yeah. And then there is I had to look it up. If you have kids, there's a little delay, and I'm like, is this something new for this year? I don't remember this, but it actually has been happening for many, many years, where if you're taking the child income
credit, I think. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it was delayed by a couple weeks just to make sure the numbers are correct when you submit. So that's as much as I know. And we have a kid, so it affects us. I'm going to write no school a little smaller over here. Just a little bit more out of the way. I'm also really thrilled to have some of my favorite shows start back up. There was a show a couple of years ago. I think I must have talked about it because I was like, I was doing YouTube then. School Spirits. I think it's a really quirky show, and it started in 23 and they just brought it back. It's been like a year and a half. I think some of the actors in that had other things that they were doing. And I'm trying to think, it might have been filmed before the pandemic. Not in 23 though. It came out in 23. It could have been filmed before that and it took that long for it to actually be released. I thought, I don't know, I'd have to look that up, but they're on their second season and it's going weekly. So I got through a good chunk of all of them because it came out, I don't know, over a month ago. And it was nice to kind of see them all back to back for a while. And Yellow Jackets just started back up. These are, I think they're both on Paramount. Is my guess. Well, Showtime has Yellow Jackets, and that's where I get my Showtime's hooked up through Paramount. What else? And then I thought I saw, well, I want to watch the new Severance. I have not on Apple. There was something else that I'm like, oh, that was one of my favorite shows. These are kind of dark. They're kind of dark. If you're not into dark things, these are not for you. Or just kind of psychological. So, what was it that I thought? I'll have to get back to you. So, do I want to highlight any more blue? Any more blue anywhere? The tape down here has quite a bit of blue, and I put a little bit of blue there. No, I don't see any more blue to do. Do I want to put a sparkle somewhere? That would be the last thing. I did remember pretty much everything else. Sometimes I like to put a sparkle down here for like when I pull a card. And I kind of put it down here. So I'll just put that there and I'll fill that in. Yeah, usually I'm glad I remember this. When I was doing my live and my mic was very, very quiet, you don't have to go back and watch this, but I was messing around with that spread back here that I just wasn't sure what I was going to do here. So I started off, I thought it was going to be like a low buy, no buy. Then I started off thinking it was going to be my credit card due dates and things. Then I went to like low buy, no buy, and I'm like, no, none of this feels good. What felt best here was marking days that I felt really, that I got to pause, regulate, ground myself, be present, and grow in joy as acts of resistance. So these are days where I feel really present, and I don't have to every single day. There were some days here where I put, if a dot is like, no, I'm feeling very disconnected, I need to like take a time out, nourish myself, my mind, my body somehow. And then hearts were like, no, I'm here. I'm learning things. I'm taking action. I'm just doing things. And so it's kind of defined for me as like, I'm still here. And there are times when I'm just not here, and that's okay. So some of these days were like half and half, because the reason why I don't color code like, oh, I was having a blue day or having a like happy day. I don't do emotions that way because I feel so many emotions every day. And for me to kind of like every hour, every moment, they shift. I gain more information, my emotions shift. And I can find ways to regulate and try to help some of those emotions as well. So I understand if maybe you're like looking to see if there is some sort of depression going on, which I definitely say like ask for help and go talk to practitioners or doctors or something. And it can be, something that you don't have control over and that you might need some medications or something. Please take care of yourself. But I want to see, and like if I was getting like a bunch of dots in the row where I'm just like, feel like I'm fading out, I've been there, I felt that, then that would be like, I need to talk to somebody. But like if I have a dot for part of the day and a heart for the others, like maybe I had like a really bad morning and then I took a walk and called a friend or, did something for myself to really recenter and be present. And then the next half of the day was like, okay, I reset. I'm still here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. And that's just my thing that I'm doing for this. So for instance, today's the day after Valentine's Day. It was a good day. I was coughing last night, so I had kind of a rough night, but I feel like I focused then on like how I could nourish myself in the morning. Go, okay, that was a rough night. I think it's just because of the flu shot. I think there's just like a little too much that I took some cough syrup, but I was just coughing. So yeah, and then the rest of the day, like I was able to think more clearly, to look at taxes, look at my business taxes, to get a lot done that I really wanted to, and it didn't take quite as long. Like it felt paced and steady. And now I'm filming here like when I wanted to, like the hours aren't quite getting away from me. So definitely is a heart day. And all these hearts are going to look different. I think it'll be really cool to see like the whole part of this filled in. And this is what felt best for me. And for you, it may be something totally different, but this made sense. It was simple enough that I could track. It was simple enough that I could look back and look at I went through my 5-year diary, and I just looked at the days and kind of remembered, oh yeah, I felt like that was a good day or not. I'll need to go back a couple days here, but like I think I'll put the 14th as a dot, because I was just not feeling that great yesterday, and I was losing track of time. I was just resting and I was zoning out, and that can help regulate. I definitely am saying like, yes, do that. But because I did that yesterday, I feel very much more here today. And that's a fortunate thing. Like, I don't know how my body's going to react sometimes. So I'll just have to look back on the last couple other days there and catch up on that. But I feel like I can manage it really well and it's not overwhelming. And so, yeah. So this is my little axolotls. I don't know if they're in a fish tank or if they're in the ocean, but that's where they're living. And then I'll transfer things over. Usually Sunday nights is when I transfer everything so that everything's in here on Mondays. So that's why I don't fill too much in here. But what reminded me was when I filled in my habits, I remembered those beginning
pages there. And I was like, had mentioned in that live that I was going to talk about it in my next Plan With Me. I think okay. There. So those are in, and then I'll just kind of every time I squish up Saturday and Sunday here. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, I think that's it. So I hope everyone, sending lots of energy your way, that I hope you can feel from here of just, you're still here. You are absolutely doing your best. If you feel like you can do something more, let's try it. Why don't you try it? Like, if you honestly feel like you're not doing enough, there may be signals in your brain going, I can do more. Please let me try. And if you know that you are doing your best and can't give any more, then that's it. You're giving enough. You're giving enough. So, I think I'll end it here and just kind of show these 2 pages here. And I hope that, I don't know. Sometimes there's so much to say, but I have nothing to say. And I think that's just where I am right now. Take care, everyone. If you enjoyed this, please consider liking it on your way out. And consider subscribing so you can get more of these updates. Oh, I'm still working on my Patreon. I'm getting a lot closer. I'm trying to figure out what else I can do in the paid tier. I'm also like looking at what other people have set up, so I have kind of a basic understanding of what to do. It's not going to be too complicated right now. I just want to start off really slow and then see what I can add to things when people need it. So it's more of like a responsive, I'll try to think ahead and try to think like, hey, I could do this for everyone, but definitely am building that out over there. So it's coming soon. I'm hoping sometime this week. That would be awesome, because I have been taking like time each day to dive in and do more there, and it's working. It's slowly coming together. I know you can kind of like put it together quickly, but I just want to take a couple more days to make sure, and then yeah. So take care, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.